Hey guys, honestly, kind of forgot we were even here, but we're back for more SGS Saints Gauntlet Series Smash Ultimate. There's so many S's in there,
Too
a
many.
couple of G's. You kind of got to mix up, but we're back, Evan. And after that heartbreaker of a series,
Mm.
maybe we're gonna see something a little bit more exciting, a little bit more. Well, that was very exciting, but not in the good way. Now, hopefully, maybe we're gonna see something more dominant. Maybe something completely 12-0. We've seen an 11-0. Maybe can we see a 12-0 now? Who knows?
It's very possible. I mean, like you said, very much a heartbreaker for the St. Clair fans in the audience, but great showing for the Fanshawe ones. We're going to see more of Fanshawe in just a little bit. U of T, they're going to be playing in this next round, so we're going to see if Fanshawe can keep that momentum going that they found at the end of the last match and carry it over into this next one as we sort of wait to tee up this next one. Do you think Fanshawe has that ability to keep this momentum up, or is U of T going to be coming in playing a bit more of a bit of an upset in this one?
I think so. One thing I want to point out is that U of T played against Saints earlier, and one of our players, reliable sources, also known as Mouth Eyes, told us that they came really close in the series. I think they said or maybe not necessarily really close, but they got halfway through U of T stocks. So maybe if we're looking at the Saints and how close that series was with them, maybe U of T, with relatively similar skill level, maybe this is also going to be a bit of a slugfest. No way to know for sure, but now we at least familiar with Fanshaw's lineup. Let's see what UFT is going to bring in store.
No, absolutely. I really think that Fanshawe, I think you don't want to say it surprised people, but I think
Hmm.
it was surprising to see how much they were able to just really lock in and save that one in the end there. Because again, it was very dire. St. Clair had that stock advantage. They were up by so much, and then Fanshawe just found that resilience to
Hmm.
just really grind out that win against St. Clair. So really good story out of there. Going to see if they can take on. You know, U of T, but we're gonna see. If St. Clair and U of T are of similar skill level, I think Fanshawe would like that matchup, right? Because
Hmm.
they already know that they can take out St. Clair, and we sort of have seen what Fanshawe can do. We've met their team already. We know the lineup that they're going to be
Hmm.
bringing. I'm assuming it's probably going to be pretty similar to what we saw last time, but U of T, maybe they can come in and surprise people.
And honestly, it's been so long. I actually kind of forgot what Fanshawe runs. I know definitely the Pyramith, or how could you forget?
Absolutely.
But we also have the Dark Pit.
Mm-hmm.
We have Wolf, and we have I don't remember.
I don't think I can remember
I
either.
don't
I'm gonna
remember
be
either.
honest. I can't remember who the last one was, but no matter here as we're getting reset on the stage. There is Tater back on the stage for Fanshawe. What's he hiding under that hat? Bunch of secrets hiding under
Gold.
that hat. Because some gold, maybe if
Maybe.
possible.
I mean, I
We
see
are
some
gonna
lumps in
see.
there.
What
Can't
if
be.
what if it's like a Ratatouille situation where there's like some sort of like rodent under there who's like controlling him, playing Smash? We would never know.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the Toon Link. Oh, it was Toon Link. There
You're
we
right.
go.
You got it.
Toon Link situation. It
You
wasn't
got it.
underneath the hat, but who knows if he's got a little wolf sitting underneath his hat controlling it. But here we have Sassy from UFT, and don't know who he plays, but I think we're gonna
An
find out. I'm
enigma.
looking at him, and I'm thinking Mr. Game and Watch. It's Ike. They
That's
mentioned
that
the
Ike player. Yes.
Yes, a really difficult character for a lot of people.
Very slow.
Definitely for our team. Heavy hitter and uncommon. And every Ike player either plays the exact same or completely different. Relying on a lot of the similar moves. The side B, it's a bit of a crush in some situations. It's also a bit of the Achilles heel of the Ike player. It can be your saving grace and it can be your downfall. It all relies on how you use it. And so far, Sassy is using it remarkably, using it to open up Tater, getting the grab. Honestly, Ike, such a slugger of a character. Good parry, but not going to be able to get the second hit. It's multi-hitting, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta watch out for that. Gonna dash back for the F tilt. Flawlessly executed.
Yeah, really going to see a lot of that up special as well. That's one of Ike's signature moves here. Like you said, such a hard hitter. That side special as well. Great way to recover off the stage as well. And as well as dealing lots of damage here. Oh, with a nair as well. Look at this combo here. I mean, we don't see Ike in a lot of high-level tournaments here, but Sass is putting on a clinic right now. Oasis just can't get anything going here. Love this aggressive play that Sass has been showing so far.
Yeah, Tater is really trying to get control back into the series. He's 65%, 70 at this percent now. This is killing zone for Ike. And with these forward airs, he's going to be able to get something F-tilt. Such a strong kill move. It's punishable as hell, I believe, but if you're going to get hit by it, then you're definitely in some trouble. Up tilt is going to be a great way to start the combo. Look at the area of influence that Sassy has. He has full control over this game, and when you start seeing some stuff like that, that's when you know how to unlock. And I'm still going to say that despite the fact he just lost the stock, just for some integrity's sake, okay, I really thought he was going to 3-stock in here, but after that, Tater making a good recovery, not going to get 3-stocked out. Going for the grab, going to whiff, but that's going to allow Sassy to put him into some really bad spots, and he's had such great ledge guarding, great reads, going to go for the safe recovery into the down air, up air. Very common kill you see on a lot of characters,
Yeah,
and
great.
Ike is no exception.
Absolutely. No, sorry to cut you out there, but yeah, great start from UFT there. You know, you do lose one stock, but not really that detrimental because Sassy, like we said, just locked in with those combos there, getting set up, just playing so aggressive as well with Ike there. Just, you know, great showing. I mean, unfortunately for the side of Fanshawe, Tater getting taken out yet again early, but we know they still have a lot of good players left in that lineup, so definitely not out of the game yet, but you know, Sassy starting really strong for UFT. Let's see if they can keep that going.
Absolutely, and you know what? I'm trying to be more grateful recently, and one thing I'm super
That's
grateful for is we haven't seen Steve yet. And if you're wondering why no one's playing the best character in the game, a couple of reasons I can think. One, he's actually kind of hard, like a little difficult in terms. He's such a unique character, no real transferable skills from other characters to Steve. And two, you don't want to get beat up. And sure, like you can play him in the game, but Angerot gonna be making the turn. We know for sure he's not playing Steve. Thank God. So just be grateful. The first Steve we see of the day, it's not gonna be a pretty sight.
we will be booing you.
Boo, like,
we will
the
boo
crowd,
this
like,
man.
"Boo,
Boo
get
this
him!"
man.
You're gonna hear people in the crowd, get him! I guarantee.
You know what's going to happen, though, at some point. I mean, I would
Yeah.
assume eventually we're going to see that cherry get popped with the Steve. But we have yet to see it happen. Sassy going to continue playing on Ike. We're going to see what Fanshawe is going to be countering with. They have a tough task ahead because it looks like he's able to sort of play any situation. You play it slower, but he's also not afraid to get aggressive, especially off stage as well. We saw he was going for those spikes, you know, not afraid to use that. Both recovery moves that Ike has, the side special and the up as well. So very interesting kit to deal with here. So, you know, Fanshawe definitely have their hands full as we're getting set up into this next stage as we await the map pick for the next one. I just even know we didn't even talk about it. We were on Pokemon Stadium too for the first time. First time we'd seen that one. We're so used to seeing Battlefield so much, right? Battlefield or small Battlefield, it doesn't really matter. So nice to see a little bit of a scenery swap as we get both players set up here, waiting to continue this series here. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking a somber moment just to reflect on how it was going, and I'm thinking about the words to use to describe Sassy's play. I can't actually accurately describe it, but the way he is just pressing everything he needs to press when he needs to press it without hesitation. The reads are on point. He's putting him in checkmate. He's putting people in checkmate situations. There's nothing you can really do to get out of a situation. Like I said, when he had that flow state going, it's really difficult to get into a lot of characters, especially Ike. But if you are at the point where you're getting down aired into forward tilted, into up tilted, into down aired, into nared, into forward aired, like on Ike, just off of like a jumping down air, like you're like, what are you supposed to do? Like, the guy just knows what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. What can you do? It's hard.
And this kind of brings up a point that we had talked about in the pregame show. We were talking about tier lists, right? And how most tier lists that we've seen now, the most recent tier lists that we've seen, like Ike is not a very high tiered character, but in anybody's hands, they can be a god. Any character can be viable depending on the user, right? And we are seeing that here. You know, and we're going to get the Dark Pit counter as well. So, you know, interesting matchup. You know, we saw some strong Dark Pit play
Mhm.
earlier against the Saints. Is this a good matchup for an Ike player? Like, who do you favor more as we sort of wait to get into this one right
Well,
now?
definitely the elephant in the room is the fact that Dark Pit has projectiles to work with. He also is basically a little bit of the opposite of Ike in the sense that he wants multiple fast multi-hitting specials or buttons, whereas Ike is just single hitting, really heavy. It's kind of fast, kind of slow attacks. Dark Pit is really much more relying on that forward air, multi-hitting, and projectile stuff. But you can see them trading out each other. Dash attack straight up, just getting the kill right away. Ike's dash attack, one of the few in the game that are actually really threatening. But of course, it's super punishable. He just did it at the right, perfect moment. Those forward or side Bs just doing such a great job. Air's gonna whiff, hits the ground, side Bs. Again, no hesitation, knows exactly what he's gonna do and how it's gonna connect. Gonna go for the off staging, gonna do the down tilt, shield his way back up. Ike not going to allow himself to get put in a bad situation. Up specialing in, shielding out. Again, I like that play. Perfects against a lot of Ike's better buttons. High arcing, but none of them are going to really hit through that shield and hit the actual core of the body. Up special is going to connect. Shield once again blocking him out. Forward air rather on Ike. Down air into the, what was that? Back air? No, forward air on the opposite direction. So he did the down air, hit the ground, turned around, double jump into the forward. Again, this is just, he is completely controlling the pacing and spacing of this. How many shields have you seen actually block a move? It's almost none. He's hitting everything. You can't let that happen, and it's really difficult to have that happen on the Ike. Up special, gonna whiff. You're gonna allow a nice dash attack, but it's gonna be nowhere near enough to threaten the Ike. He's gonna side B his way to the opposite side. Gonna get dash attack blocked. This is gonna be one of those very valuable shields we're gonna be talking about. And that's another thing with the side B on Ike. You can fake it out. Oh, gonna trade out here. You can fake it out to either go for the ledge or try to go over your opponent. Even done to hit, but with the up special, actually gonna be able to DI out of it. Very well done by Antrod. He would have been as good as dead, but side B finding the stock. Gonna at least take one. Antrod not going to allow himself to get steamrolled here. Controlling space. I think he's adapted to how he wants to play, but not fast enough as he gets to the opposite side off of the quick hop back air, sending him to the next dimension. We're going to see Sassy going on to the third from Fanshaw.
Yeah, he's been doing everything he's needed to do for UOT, but again, Fanshaw taking one stock away from him, but you were talking about just how good he is at setting up these combos, and it's the spacing, right? He's getting the spacing absolutely perfect. The timing is 100% perfect. I mean, like, you see him on cams there, you know, he's throwing, you know, he's ready to go. He's feeling it right now, and I don't blame him because, again, we were seeing it. Like, he's entering that flow state, you know, with the down airs leading into the nairs, like, just comboing like that is just absolutely just a clinic right now. He really is. As we take a look at him behind us here,
He's looking right at
he's
me.
looking right. He's looking right
That's
at you.
insane.
He's looking right at you, dude. That's intimidating, bro. He's intimidating.
Oh
He's got
God.
that aura. He's got that aura with Ike. But again, like we were saying, just when someone is starting to cook on a character, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
100%.
Really, it really is a beautiful game to watch. Like a pro Smash player, someone who is so skilled at the game, just really get into that flow state and just start cooking, right? Like, it really makes you wish that. I was like, I wish I could play like that. I know I can't, but it's like making me see that. Oh, I appreciate the confidence. You we'll play during the break, and you'll definitely.
No, I'll play.
Oh,
you're gonna be on the bottom of the floor.
Most
likely.
most likely. But like we were talking about, it's like these good Smash players that really, like you said, they enter that flow state. It's such a great thing to watch as we await the next member. The Fuel here, he is. We get a quick look behind him. That's up and down, returning to the stage for Fanshaw, our Toon Link, our resident Toon Link enjoyer. Heading back into the... This is an interesting matchup just on paper because you have Ike, who's a very heavy character, hard-hitting character, versus a incredibly light and fast character. So that might cause a bit of trouble for a slower character, but you have to think that one or two big hits going to be very, very, troublesome for up and down.
Well, that's the thing, right? If Ike is going to be able to get in, he's going to be able to have a field day against a Toon Link. Unfortunately, actually, the lightness is going to work against him. Since Ike's hits are so strong, the DI influence is going to be very high, and he's not going to be able to get as many of those combo hits because one hit's going to send him flying really far. So he's not going to be able to rely on the combos a lot. on paper at least, but with the way we've been seeing Sassy playing, I'm pretty confident he's still going to be able to find a good amount of juggles, and those juggles are going to really hurt. Again, because Toon Link is so light, it's a double-edged sword. It means you're not going to be able to get comboed so much, but it also means that when you do get hit, you're going flying. And Toon Link recovery, not the best. He has just the generic up special that all Links have. It's decent. He can use like some bomb tech if he's holding a bomb and it blows up while he's doing it, then it's going to allow him to get the reset. We saw him do it at least once, but not to much success, anyways. It's still a little bit difficult. One thing for sure is going to be a big factor. I'm confident on is common. This punish applies to a lot of characters. Just when you're shielding, if someone does something that's like decently punishable, and you just do your up special. Toon Link is going to be able to do that a lot against Ike, especially if he's blocking these side Bs. He wants to be looking for those because he relies on them a lot. And like I said, when you're recovering on Ike, you have those like 3 different levels. You can either use a side B to go over your opponent, use a side B to hit into your opponent, or use a side B to hit the ledge. You have to just make the guess. There is no right answer, but if he's going to be able to read the side Bs in neutral, block them, and punish with up specials, you have yourself an easy kill.
No, absolutely. As we see up and down, staying hydrated on the stage, very important to drink your water, kids, especially in a high-profile event like this. But like you were saying here, if as long as I can deal with that spacing and make sure he can get up and close and personal with up and down's Toon Link, he's gonna have a field day. But you have to think on the other side, with Toon Link, you have these, all these tools in your kit, all your arsenal to sort of, you know, create space if you need to, as here is Sassy having to get back to where he was before. Just a very slow fall off the stage here. Both competitors going to hit a quick little emote real quick just to show that they are ready, and they are ready indeed. Boomerang and a bomb coming out right off the rip for up and down here, trying to get some spacing going here as Sassy playing a bit more passively, trying to feel out the playing field first, going to see if he can exploit these weaknesses and look for those holes in up and down's defense here. But up and down, early advantage here, getting some quick hits, but a parry on the boomerang, setting that back up. But up and down, really good job at creating a lot of space with the bomb and the boomerang.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can see the game plan coming to full effect right now. Sassy is, again, just fishing for those openings. You can see the difference in the strategies and the tactics. Up and down, just jumping a lot, throwing out those really good aerials that Toon Link has, especially the back air. It's a bit of a combo, it's a bit of a kill tool. He's going to catch the bomb, however, in a bad spot, forced to shield against Ike. You don't like that. His hits are so strong. But, wow, a good trade. Going to side B his way back up, but the up special coming out from up and down. Not going to allow him to fully recover yet. Holding the bomb is going to go at any time. He has to hit it. There he goes. Sends him flying. I love to see it on the Toon Link. There's no better feeling in the world than getting that forward air and it actually kills. Because it's a decently strong move, but just not strong enough like most other characters' forward airs. Definitely not as strong as Ike's, but when you get it the right spot, the right time, with the right percent, especially after a bomb setup like that, mwah, believable, beautiful.
Well, you called it perfectly, calling out that bomb tech that he could be used. Like, what great use of the bombs in that one. I mean, he was just in the right spot all the time. I mean, we saw even going off the stage, having the bomb in hand, right in his hand as he's coming up in that recovery. It's just right there, ready to go to, to make sure that Ike doesn't get too close to him. And again, like I said, great bomb tech, excellent use of all the tools in his kit to keep that one going, get Sassy out of the game. And now Fanshawe has players still at 3 stocks with a fresh player coming in from UOT, a nice little reset for them and now we're going to see like something totally different, right? Like if up and down can roll a little bit, that's exactly what Fanshawe's looking for now.
One character we heard about that gave the Saints trouble is Fox. It was 2 characters that they were really upset about. Well, not upset, but really gave them trouble was the Ike and the Fox. So whether or not we're going to see the Fox here or later or at all, we're going to have to wait and see. But one thing I really liked about Up and Down's gameplay there was, again, Toon Link, a bit of a projectile character, but he's like a nice middle ground between the links, whereas Breath of the Wild Link, regular Link, is a bit heavier and a bit slower, and Young Link is a lot stubbier, but Adult Link has more range, slower, heavier. Young Link is stubbier, faster, and more projectile spam focused. Toon Link is like the in between, where he has really good buttons and strong hits, but he doesn't rely on the projectile spam the entire time. But whether or not Panther here coming in for U of T is going to be relying on projectile spam, we're going to have to wait and see. If I'm being honest, he looks like a Snake player. I can just see it in his eyes, but who knows? We're going to have to find out who this guy plays. Maybe it's Fox, maybe it's nothing maybe we've ever seen before in this tournament. I'm excited to see debut characters for SGS.
No, absolutely. I mean, there's shout out Adrian on the screen there, our stage admin, getting everything set up here, doing God's work, getting all these maps sorted out here. Like I said, we know Up and Down is gonna keep rolling with Toon Link here. Look at him there. Look at so locked in. Just nothing is nothing is phasing that man. He is ready to go here as we get a nice look at the back of another member of Fanshawe Fuel's jersey.
Probably
Can't really
the
see
coach.
just probably the coach. Yep, just making sure that everything is all set with the maps, making sure that everything is working. Might have some. Doesn't look like we have any maybe issues going on, but we just await to get set into this map here. You know, to keep this series going. Fanshawe with an early lead, a nice. Oh, look at this, a nice close up onto Panther. Just look at that gaze, man. He just locked in. Nothing is phasing him. So the camera.
He's getting phased right now.
He's getting phased right now. Something off camera has distracted him surely, but looks like we're just about to get set. Up and Down's ready to go. He's vibing out. Got the headphones on. Players are ready to go and keep this one going. Do you think the waiting in between, selecting the maps, having to stop every 3 stocks, do you think that eventually wears on a player at some point?
Wears
Like
on me. That's for sure.
But the constant starting and stopping, is that something maybe mentally that might affect some people?
For sure. Smash is a game that can be really fast-paced and high intensity, and if that's your playstyle, that's your preferred place to be. Any kind of slowdown that's going to mess with you. And I think Toon Link is a really good example of that. And to finish off the point I was saying before, is he wasn't relying on the spam of the projectiles. He was using them really well, really effectively, and really intelligently. This is going to be the Wolf player here for University of Toronto. Panther. He's kind of playing a Wolf, not much of a Panther. I guess he could play Incineroar. That's closest thing we have to a Panther in this game. But they're going to be trading out projectiles here. And again, I want to see how Up and Down wants to utilize the projectiles here, using the boomerang bounce off the ground underneath the laser. These are the small adjustments that you have to make and make all the difference in series like this. Good boomerang into the up special, nice classic vanilla Toon Link tech. Just push them in and then pull them into you with the up special. Again, good buttons as well, good nair, Up and Down. Doing a great job of throwing out his buttons to Oyster into space. Dash attack as he lands. Now Panther trying to really recover the offensive pressure that he had at the beginning. The down air from Toon Link as well. Really fast, high damage move. Really good spike hitbox, but it's really hard to hit as Panther now just throwing out the aerials to try to force Up and Down in a bad and awkward position. Gonna up special his way through. Low timer on the bomb, had to throw it. Gonna get dash attacked out. Wolf could get a kill here if he gets the right read, but the bomb up in the air as it lands is gonna interrupt the combo and interrupt the hit, but Panther's still gonna be able to find the follow-up on the forward tilt. Now, Up and Down just slowly recovering, trying to find that one hit that he needs, maybe a bomb into a forward air again. You can see he's trying to use the bombs a lot, but now Panther, he's starting to jump over them. He's starting to get ready and think ahead. Gonna get Don tilted out. No more invincibility after you hit it for the second time. Back air is going to catch the up special. Unfortunately, Up and Down was not able to find a hit with it. Panther threaded the needle so perfectly there.
No, absolutely. I mean, how good has he been defending against that utility that Toon Link has been throwing out here? I mean, just absolutely reading him like a book here. Up and Down, getting that upbeat, recovering on the stage, keep getting those bombs in, trying to space out Panther. A parry there as well, but Agency throwing him back up into the air. Just Toon Link running on his heels right now, trying to get anything going. Agency keeping up that aggressive play, looking for those openings. A grab into a throw there. Agency, nice Panther trying to get them, but that is a nice up special. That bomb trying to get that ledge guarding, but that platform just got in the way just at the perfect time. But that is a pick though. Up and Down does find one. Onto Panther eventually. Up and Down, a lot more work to do. Is at 94% here. Panther keeping the aggression up. That projectile does get deflected by
is.
the shield. The spin attack getting him out there. The bomb doesn't find any purchase. Up and down, picking away at Panther quickly, but another grab and another throw from Panther now sets Up and Down over 100%. Not much left. One more smash attack is going to do it, and there it is. Panther eliminating Up and Down. One more member of the Fanshawe Fuel is remaining, but we know who awaits Panther in the next one, and we know he's a heavy hitter.
100%. One thing for sure was that last situation that he was stuck in there was so difficult to deal with for Up and Down because the bomb detonated on him, and Wolf was in the air to the left with his back towards him. Back air is usually some of the highest, most effective killing moves in the game. And as the bomb detonates and he's shielding, realistically, I could be completely wrong in this, but just I play by vibes, okay? But I feel like with the hit stun from the bomb, even if he went for the back air, even if he blocked it, the Wolf would still have enough time to hit the ground, turn around, and grab. So there's just no winning that situation. Even if the timing wasn't guaranteed for all that to happen, I feel like just on a player-to-player basis, you're not going to be able to make that situation read fast enough to go for a spot dodge, which would also have been equally as risky, or a side dodge. So he did just end up shielding out, maybe expecting something that he could try to punish. Maybe an up special could have been the play. In any case, no real easy solution. But we have our special guest coming up next for Fanshawe.
It's Infiltrate. The LeBron James of Smash Bros. Is coming back to the stage. We already know who he's going to be playing. That Pyra Mithra, like I said, it could change, but it worked so well for him last time. I can't see him deviating from that strategy. And just kind of look at the matchup on paper. You have two sort of fast, hard-hitting characters that are going to be playing very, very aggressively, especially up close. So it's going to be very interesting to see who is going to be coming out on top. We know Panther is going to be down one stock at least, but we know that Infiltrate does have the ability to make these amazing comebacks, as we saw in the Saints series. So this one definitely isn't a wrap yet. You know, Infiltrate does have a lot of work to do, but look at this. Not even phased, not even looking at the screen here. He's just tweeting about how good he's doing at SGS right now as everyone's getting set up here. Panther continuing to stay locked in on stage right here, and here it is. Pyra and Mithra against Wolf. Like we called it, we knew he wasn't going to deviate from that strategy. Why change it if it worked so good for you last time?
100%, but it's a completely different player here on University of Toronto. The Saints are not in this series. Things can go completely differently. Infiltrate could get completely wiped out here. There are no guarantees in Smash, but the neutrals are always certain, as every character usually is one of their best approach tools, and we see Infiltrate using his so effectively, especially for the ledge recovery options. Gonna get the down air out of the slashes, not getting hit by a single one. You said Ultra Instinct multiple times today. That was Ultra Instinct threading the needle perfectly and getting the down air to spike kill. What a play coming out from Panther. Whether it was sheer luck or he knew exactly what he was doing, I am impressed regardless.
No, that absolutely was a highlight type play there. Just like you said, the ability to get that smash attack does not kill there. Panther's still in the game here. Infiltrate 81% now. Gonna be looking to switch and stay exclusively on Pyra for that smash power. Panther going for the grab into that throw. We see a lot of projectile, doesn't find anything. Recovery is there though, but Panther is there to ledge guard. That projectile is going to do what it does, and now Infiltrate down to his last stock.
Yeah, the laser ate the jump there. He was not able, he jumped at the same time as it got hit, so it still consumed his extra double jump without giving him any of that height. Dash attacks going for the combo, off stage plays here. The nairs, the ledge guarding so good from Infiltrate, and he's get the perfect spacing in the side B for the sweet spot hitbox. Up tilt is gonna connect, up tilt, up special, doesn't matter, up something, up smash, who cares? He's gonna find the kill. Infiltrate getting at least one stock. He's gonna have at least one more to go here, and after that he'd be out. He has just one for the entire series. Nair's going to find him clipping up off the back. I don't think Panther's going to let it go that far. I think one more Nair, especially on this ledge, is all he needs. Laser not going to eat the double jump this time, but the way he's controlling it, he's not going to get it. He's not going to get the up tilt. Side B's going to connect. Not quite. Getting taken to the ground here. Infiltrate in a good spot. Side B's not going to connect. This is going to get him back on the stage, however. We're going to see Pyra coming through with the forward air. Going to go for the up special. Getting the combo. Now, it's a good gas situation. Infiltrate finding him off stage. Back airing him out of the game. Infiltrate with just one stock. Familiar situation.
I was going to say, very, very familiar situation here. And look at him. He's not even phased. He knows he still has more work to do. But again, it looks like, especially after Panther hitting that awesome just spike on the edge there, that was such a great play. Highlighted the day so far. You really thought that, okay, maybe that was the moment where Panther was going to lock in and really steal that momentum away. But again, Infiltrate just finding a way to just find that second gear and just lock in and win it for him. It really just goes to show you the resilience of his play. And, you know, even though he's down to one stock, they don't feel like he's out of it at all.
Not at all. Yeah. Infiltrate still capable of a lot of work here, especially given the fact that we don't know who's next. At the very least, no matter what, this is more information for them. They're going to get to see one more player on UFT, and they're going to get to play against one more player for UFT, and especially going to playoffs, all the information you can take, it's important. So we're going to see the next player coming up here for UFT. And it's going to be Broken Sync. Excited to see who he's going to be playing as Fanshawe eagerly awaits their potential final map here of this series.
Yeah, as we get set up here, we know that Infiltrate, like I said, going to be sticking with what's working here. So U of T, at least they know what to expect, so they could definitely game plan around that Pyra Mithra. The biggest thing, just dealing with that aggression. You know, early aggression with Mithra, but then the smash power that Pyra has is just such a, you know, tough thing to deal with, especially when you're already on high percentage yourself. So Broken Sync has a lot of work to do if he wants to make sure this one's secured. We saw in some of the Saints series, oh, there it is, Kazuya finally coming out. Tekken representation is here, ladies and gentlemen.
He's hitting those electrics, though. He's hitting them.
He's hitting them.
He's dangerous. Hey, this is Tekken 7 Kazuya, so I can still be excited for it. All right, Tekken 8. Different story, but we're seeing real Kazuya, real Tekken be played. Electric immediately, gonna go for the jab combos. This is looking some real stuff. Down airs as well. Mithra finally getting the recovery, 59% though. This is kill percent for Kazuya, believe it or not. I'm pretty sure at least I can feel it anyways, but with the up special, not gonna be able to tech off the wall. That's gonna get the kill regardless. He turned around, hit him with that arm cross, doesn't even care. Back to him. And that's just the series right then and there in a pretty surprising fashion.
And it looks like Infiltrate just got up and left. I mean, right away. It almost looked like he didn't even try to hit that recovery. He just accepted his fate and accepted that L. And like we said, just got up and left immediately.
He has the ability Infiltrator, like in Pokemon. Lets him escape battle without getting hit by anything like Pursuit or any trapping moves.
Exactly, yeah, exactly like you said, encyclopedic knowledge of Pokemon there, but nonetheless, U of T securing the dub against Fanshawe. 12-6 is that final score there. Sassy leading the way, 4 kills for U of T, 6 for him, 5 for Panther, only 1 for Broken Sync, but a very important one for him, and for Fanshawe, up and down and Infiltrate with 2 respectively, Tater and Antrod with 1. So really good showing from U of T, and like we said, we still haven't seen their full roster. They still have that anchor in the back that, you know, look at this, Sassy taking home the MVP of that one, absolutely no doubt about it. Chill vibes, really chill dude, deciding to play with the Twink Ike variant. So excellent work there. 6 KOs for him versus 3 knockouts for him. He was really just carrying the load for U of T. So excellent work there, but we're going to throw it to another quick break right now. When we come back, more SGS
now
with Smash Ultimate. Don't go anywhere. Hey, you said.
ladies and gentlemen, are you excited, revitalized, and energized? Because I know I am. We have another fantastic series here. We just saw one of these teams up here on the stage, UFT versus Northwood, arguably one of the strongest teams here, probably contending with Oakland. But Evan, how are you feeling going into this next one here?
I'm feeling the same way. Also feeling a bit revitalized, rejuvenated.
Woo!
We're
Come
back
on!
into it as now we have a really, really good matchup on paper. It's Northwood, it's UFT. We got a little peek at how good University of Toronto is, especially with, Sassy leading the way, Panther also pulling in a lot of work here, but now again, talked about how good Northwood is. Definitely one of the highly touted teams. Soda Pop is on the stage. So Good Pop, excuse me, that was a mistake on my part. Now on the stage for Northwood, so we're going to get our first taste. Of Northwood's game, and there is Sassy yet again, our resident Ike enjoyer. He's putting on quite the clinic in his first one, so we're gonna see if he can keep that going against Wii Fit Trainer. Daniil, right off the rip, what do you think about that?
Anyone who plays this character is really good at this character. Just complete zoning control. One of the few characters in this game that has a heal at that. Great projectiles, great hits in general. All of his buttons are threatening. Just such good control overall. That ball, it looks like such a predictable, easy move to play around, but it's quite the opposite in so many ways. The ways you can use that ball to control everything is remarkable. And look at those moves. That up air allow you to kind of just do some simple ladder combos. That ball stalling you out in the air, avoiding situations just like that where he's charging out the forward smash against a ledge. And again, you can charge up and heal. If your opponent's not doing anything, you're winning because you stall them out with the ball with your projectiles, and if they're not able to get in, you heal them, and you can hit them with your deadly forward air and get the kill at, what was that, 100% near the corner against a heavyweight? Are you insane? This character is remarkable, and So Good Pop is doing a fantastic job of showing us why with the down air to get an incredible spike. Now we're seeing Sassy bleed here. What looked to be an unstoppable force in the last series is being made to look like a common foot soldier before So Good Pop a parry. Really well done. Just to add some flavor, the ball is going to get deflected, reflecting it back. It's going to hit him as he gets onto the ledge. The back air now up into the air once more, setting him flying. Sassy getting some great hits, sending him to the ledge. The ball is going to keep him safe. Dash attack is going to get punished with the grab. Sassy, one good read is all he needs here, and he finds it, setting him flying, but it's not the perfect one that he needed. He has to play against the ledge. He's going to go up and block the ball as it comes up, but he's going to get a huge spike down here. Almost found him, but the M-Tail's going to get one. Sassy putting it on the board. 117 on the percent. Master Chief is here, and he wants to get this war over, but So Good Pop is going to be the one to take it out with an incredible forward air. Once again, we're seeing Northwood making a strong debut here at SGS on stream.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you say about, like you're saying, if you're good at Wii Fit Trainer, you are an absolute demon with that character. Like you said, so many options. Like you said, the ability to heal, the versatility in the moveset. You have the soccer ball to sort of to use as a 90% of the moveset right there. The ability to use it in multiple situations here. But I mean, love that aggressive play right off the bat here. We knew that Sassy, we knew how he liked to play. Sure, Northwood was probably watching how 100%. He was playing his Ike, so they were game planning around that, and it just worked flawlessly. And he doesn't even look like he broke a sweat in that first one. I mean, you do lose one stock. That is something to take home if you're UOT, and here is the next challenger for So Good Pop. It's Panther. He's back. We are expecting...
They're going so fast. I love these guys.
Going this fast. Thank you guys for going fast. Switching to Fox this time, trying to speed things up a little bit versus his Wolf play last time. So we're going to see if this is going to make a difference for UNC. Both teams hitting the emote, and we are off.
Yes, and there you go. You can already see it. This is the effective strategy for Smash Ultimate. There's best players, nice spot dodge, gonna punish it with the grab, but this is the effective strategy for Smash Ultimate. Any character that can play off ledge like this, force you to play to them with such great punishes. That killed unbelievable on 85% on
That's
the other
crazy,
end of the
bro.
stage.
Insane.
This, I'm pretty sure when you heal yourself, you get a buff. I think that might be what's allowing him to do so much damage. I could be mistaken. The Wii Fit Trainer is not something I'm super familiar with, and this is absolutely incredible here. So Good Pop is doing remarkably on the Wii Fit Trainer. Like I said, it's the ability to just control so much space, force them into you, because every second that they're not playing into you, you're winning on Wii Fit Trainer. You're healing, you're buffing yourself. They have to do something, and that ball is just such a menace to anybody who wants to play the game, because it just shuts down all the dominant angles. It's a straight spike down. You can change the trajectory. You have full control down air, doing a lot of damage. 113 already. So Good Pop in a really good position to sweep this if he keeps playing at this pace. Panther already, though, starting to recover. He's going to go underneath any lasers that were about to come his way. Dash attack into him. Not the play you wanted to see. He's going to cancel it out so it doesn't go to the side switch. Going to get hit by the F-tilt as a result. But now So Good Pop once again playing off the ledge. He's not going to get hit by that 2-frame. The dash attack from Fox doing a great job, allowing him to heal up, buff himself once again. He's going to hula hoop his way back to the ledge, but he has to re-grab. Going to go for the ball to give him the invisibility once again. Up air, going to whiff. Dash attack once more. Down air's not going to come out from Panther. Just doing his best to control the stage. Go for the nair. Up air, just whiff, or up smash, just whiff. So Good Pop going to beat the shield war and turn around and grab him as soon as he spots his sense of weakness. Going to whiff that up air once again, but he just has to find an opening. The dash attack's going to whiff. Up smash gets blocked, allowing So Good Pop to get the punish. Once again, So Good Pop up 2 stocks, but now he's going to lose one more. Panther able to take him out. Can Panther do what's not impossible, but damn near unlikely based off of what we've seen so far, and take out So Good Pop here?
Well, he's going to have to play absolutely perfectly here. We saw him come alive a little bit after that absolutely stunning first stock that he lost there, somehow getting knocked off at 85% of that stage, hitting with the leg combo, the laser off the side, getting as much health as he can. So Good Pop is going to heal just a little bit, trying to get that soccer ball here, but Panther does have that reflector to bounce that projectile out. Panther starting to juggle So Good Pop just a little bit more here, try to get that heal, dodging right back onto the stage to bait out that attack as So Good Pop trying to get set up here, but Panther trying to get those combos, trying to rack that percent out quick. 100%,
Nice!
that's gonna do it. Panther with the upset here eliminates So Good Pop from competition after a
Great
tough
comeback.
start for Panther. 1 stock left, but that is going to be Northwood's first challenger eliminated from this series.
We don't care how good you are. If you're that close to the blast zone and at that high percentage, a Fox back air is going to obliterate you. But So Good Pop, absolutely, without any question, doing a great start out for Northwood here. And honestly, the score is not that different right now. It's not a huge gap, but it's just the way he went about it is the impressive part. It's the part that I'm sure these teams are scared of.
No, absolutely. I mean, anybody who could pull that Wii Fit Trainer out of their character pool is definitely somebody who should be feared. I
Yes,
mean,
100%.
we knew this was going to be a good matchup on paper, and so far it is living up to the hype. Northwood, very highly touted team. U of T also having a lot of good players on their side, like we're seeing Panther holding it down for U of T, eliminating the first member for Northwood. But if this is Northwood's first player that they're sending out, you know, it makes you think like what they have left in store coming up. Who knows indeed. I mean, the sky really is the limit here, but it's a close one so far. But just talk about how Panther was just able to lock in there after, again, like we said, a very rough start. You know, that first stock that he lost, definitely very shocking, I think. I don't think either of us expected that move to kill, especially at 85% on the opposite side of the stage.
It killed off the top.
Really,
like,
that
what?
was quite a shocking moment. But then after that, it was all Panther after that.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's hard to say for sure because, again, Wii Fit Trainer is a weird character for me. Again, the way you're able to control the space, play completely off stage, it's kind of like Jigglypuff in Melee. Like, you're able to just float around. Wii Fit Trainer is like benefits from being floaty without being light. I don't think Wii Fit Trainer falls under the light class. I could be mistaken, but definitely very floaty and great recovery. A lot of air stall as well. So you can just sit in the air and kind of hold in place. You can stop your trajectory and just really reset how you want to be approaching your descent onto the platform. We got the next player up here for Northwood University, and I want to see what they're going to be doing here.
Yes, a second member of Northwood is setting up Frostbite, I believe, is who we're seeing now. So we're going to see what they decide to bring to the table here. Panther only having one stock left. Definitely not an ideal situation for him, but we know that he can do a lot with a little. And, you know, let's see if this counter pick from Northwood is going to be able to deal with that aggressive nature of Fox's kid. I mean, Fox has been just dominating the Smash competitive scene for so long, since the Melee days. I mean, like,
Hey,
just
come on.
an absolute mainstay of the scene. But look at this, Frostbite looking absolutely dialed in right now. He knows what he needs to do, and the boys are ready to get their business taken care of as we continue in this Northwood versus the University of Toronto matchup. And here it is. It's Roy. Here is my boy for Frostbite. Let's see what he can do here. Agency. Panther left on one stock here. Panther quickly getting him into that blender, already at 57%. Panther hasn't even taken a single hit yet, and Frostbite already at 90, 100%.
Oh my God.
Look at this absolute clinical air combo juggling here. Just what an excellent showing here. Frostbite finally getting his first double hits in, but Panther already a huge lead.
Roy, another one of my sleeper picks, one of my favorite characters to play this game. He's such a low-key character, but with the ways his moves work and the way they combo into each other, it's like making a painting on the stage. How you have to just have full mastery of your character. That down air into the back air, beautifully done. Catches him on the recovery. He hits him before he hits him through the ground before he reaches the ledge. Sends him back and left into the air, which sets him up for the perfect back air. And just like I said, it's like a beautiful painting being illustrated for us on the canvas that is Battlefield. Such a beautiful display of the Roy, and I could not be happier with that. Just a clean, simple, that down air, such a slim hitbox with a little bit of explosion, I believe, but still slim, the way he hit it especially, and then the way he followed up perfectly. You can't really, like, you can't script that. And now, with the next up-and-comer for Fanshawe, we're seeing the return of Broken Sync on the Kazuya. Excited to see what he's got in store against the Roy. I think this is not going to be easy for either of them. Roy is so fast and so heavy hitting when he wants to be and has great combos. Kazuya is a heavyweight as well, which allows him to get very abused by that.
And we didn't really get to see a lot of Broken Sync's Kazuya in that game we saw him, because that match was so quick, because Infiltrate was only on his last stock, and then that was it. So it really is a big question mark for how he's going to be approaching this Roy. I mean, like, great composure from Frostbite as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, he was down almost like 100% right off the rip before he even landed a single hit in, and then was able to bring it back there. I mean, that really is impressive. And there it is, Broken Sync on Kazuya. Frostbite sticking with Roy, and here we go as we get into this next one. Some nairs right off the bats, get some quick hits in, just a bit chip damage right off the start. Huge chip damage, but now as Kazuya is really going to get started to cook with those combos, we know you cannot leave that man unattended, because he is so dangerous.
And we're already seeing him back on the same stage. I'm sure this is a stage that he favors playing with Kazuya, and I can see why. Getting those resets and those juggles onto that platform seems so good for him, but not doing much good for you if you're not able to recover onto the stage. Again, heavyweight Roy, so fast, so able to exploit that hitbox and that heavyweight class. The knockback is low, which allows him to get these combos like this. The nair into the forward air. This is exactly the Roy classic. Gonna go for that air drift. He's also really good air drift. Air control on Roy is immaculate. It's so satisfying to cruise through the air. Down tilt's gonna send him back. Not even gonna be able to get in. Once Broken Sync is able to find an opening, though, he's gonna be able to abuse him. Especially we saw him using that platform so effectively. Good electric. Gonna perfectly send him flying, but no follow-up because he got sent too far, just like in Tekken 7, baby. That's how it goes. But the flash punch combo not quite coming out. Another electric. Forward air trying to come through. Broken Sync, he's going to be able to hit the ledge. He's going to bait it out. Yes, perfectly done. He baited out the punish by holding onto the ledge long enough that Frostbite went for the punish, but he came up at the right time, hit the electric, finished him off with the up smash. Excellently done, but we're seeing that's Roy's jab. It's just one hit that sends you perfectly in front of him. It's so well done, but the jab into forward air, another classic setup for Roy. Learning how to dash into a jab instead of dashing into a dash attack on Roy is one of the first things you gotta learn how to do, and Frostbite doing it so perfectly. It's able to run in and get those jabs. One more, see that? Perfectly done. Jab, jump into the side B, getting off that combo and hitting the ground. I think Broken Six is good as gone here. Not gonna be able to hit the stage as Kazuya's recovery notoriously not the best. And now UFT onto their last player. We're seeing Northwood put on a great display. Hey, he's playing on a hitbox too. What the hell?
Hey,
he really is playing Tekken right now.
Whatever works for you. I mean, but like Frostbite just putting on an absolute clinic there. Like you were saying, Roy being so good, like so versatile, right? It's beautiful watching a good Roy player work. I mean, like the beautiful, like the upswings and like how he's able to just juggle so effectively there. And I mean, look, I love how aggressive Frostbite was playing as well, because like you said, he knows that Kazuya's recovery is awful. It's probably his one Achilles heel, if anything, as a character. So being able to exploit that with those offstage hits, just excellent, excellent work here. And now we finally are going to be looking at the final member of UFT. This is a complete question mark for us. We have no idea what to expect or how they're going to deal with Frostbite's Roy, because right now Frostbite is just absolutely wheeling and dealing for Northwood.
Absolutely, and that's a point I want to exacerbate. Like you mentioned, with the aggressiveness on Roy, you're not playing Roy if you're not playing aggressively, but now we have Seaborg, the last member of UFT, and he's got a Reese's Pieces.
Shout out.
Reese's Puffs, eat up on a chocolate flavor. And we got to see whether or not he's going to turn him into a delicious, nutritious treat here for breakfast. Although it's around lunchtime, I think we can make an exception for the Reese's Puffs, as we're seeing the Ike coming out for Seaborg. It's the Fire Emblem Sortie duel. You got the short, stubby fast versus the long, heavy hitter. What's going to happen here? They're charging up their swords. It's a duel to the death for honor and for it all. Seaborg dueling against Roy. I don't know if they have any lore significance. Haven't played Fire Emblem in a long time. I only played one of them, Path of Radiance, for a little bit for just an introductory scene. But in any case, he's going to get the Gentleman's now, sending him off the platform to the left. Just playing for the neutral. Look at how differently they're already playing. Both of them, they have a similar range of aggression. It's just that Seaborg's range is so much more deadly than Frostbite's, because Frostbite starts a combo. Seaborg finishes them without even starting them, just sends you flying right off. And then Roy, not necessarily a light character, but definitely not as heavy as Ike. But as a benefit, he has the air drifting ability. Like we mentioned, he's so maneuverable in the air. Ike does not have that benefit, so Frostbite should look to abuse that and try to get to the other side of him and get these unpredictable, like that back air. Again, if he was able to really see that coming, he could have done something about it, but not quite. Seaborg gonna be able to find one stock already. And with that invulnerability, going to use that up special. Going to get that jab into the side B combo. Frostbite going to get the perfect parry, baby! Get back onto the stage. Get up! We're not done yet. Ike wants to get some more, but hit by the Roy Nair is a bad situation to be in. The down air almost connected. He's going to get the read on the dodge. He's going to whiff the he gets a hit jab, but he's going to whiff the dash attack. Nair, once again, side B, not going to be used. Going to hit the ledge instead. He's going to double jump out of the way of that hit from the Ike, and then get behind and in front, use the aerials perfectly, 100% here for Seaborg. He just has to land one or two more really solid hits. If he gets a grab, it's wraps for Frostbite. He just has to land one more solid combo starter, a jab, and it's over. See, he's looking for it. Wants to get that jab, because that would be all he needs. He's going to get the Gentleman's into the side B combo, not going to finish him off, but the side B is going to get red, going to go for the throw. Now in a bad spot. He's going to whiff the forward air, however, the back air rather, and that's going to lead to an up special. Roy also at kill percent now. Forward tilt, not going to kill. Now he has to jump up, make a read. Lands on the platform, jab into the forward air. Frostbite on a tear right now. Seaborg fighting for his life. This duel is going the way of Roy. He is the true prince. He is the true Fire Emblem. And now he gets the forward smash to get the game. Frostbite showing it off. Get it on here, baby. That's what Roy's all about. Represent, baby. Come on. Let's go, baby.
Are you serious right now? What an incredible comeback from Frostbite here. Like I said, a beautiful, beautiful duel here. What an excellent use of that jab into the forward air. Just wow. I mean, like, on paper, I really thought that Seaborg was going to start to run away with that one, especially near that end there. But Frostbite just, oh my God, he just locked in to another degree with Roy. I mean, it's beautiful to see. As somebody who also his favorite character is Roy. I mean, it was beautiful stuff to watch. So really have to shout out Frostbite for that one.
Absolutely.
But oh my goodness, we are really seeing that Northwood definitely has earned their, their reputation as being an elite Smash program, and we are seeing it firsthand right here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super impressed with how this was done. Northwood only seeing 2 of their players and just recognizing that now and able to take all 12. U of T, an impressive 5. All things considered, that's really solid. And I would not be discouraged based off of the performance you saw from So Good Pup and Frostbite. These players are immaculate, really well done. I wouldn't be surprised if U of T were to play this in the best of 3, for example, if they might even be able to take a game. Maybe if they change up the order a little bit, that would definitely help out. But Frostbite, nah, not cold. He's hot as hell. Roy is the fire of the Fire Emblem series. And again, couldn't be happier to see him represented and done justice here by Frostbite, one of the best design characters in the game. And I honestly, I definitely sympathize with Seaborg there. I don't know on theory, but just in my own head, that matchup must be difficult. If you're both really high-level players, I feel like the Roy runs away with that most of the time just because of the maneuverability. Roy has to, Ike has to commit so much for everything he does. Even if you get the good reads, Roy, again, able to air drift and just float around, and well, not necessarily float, but just drift around so effectively, get behind, get in, get up, get those jabs, and just really punish you since you're a heavyweight on Ike. It's so hard.
No, and that's a good way to say it. And the versatility as well, like the versatility of Roy's kit, like you said, the ability to dash around and do a bunch of stuff in air where Ike has to be committed a little bit more than Roy has to. When Roy just has all these combos, that side B combo as well, so deadly at getting that quick damage in, the jab into the forward air. Oh my god, the down tilt as well.
So
and again, how aggressive Frostbite was off stage as well. Another huge part of why he was able to come back and win that one. Just an incredible showing.
Yeah, fantastic. But we're going to see another incredible showing here. We have Northwood versus the Saints coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to have to be after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to see, I believe, the last of the group stages coming up after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here for the last match in the group stages, and this one, I think we can tell how it might go just based off of the stats. But I still think it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out nonetheless. We have Northwood versus the Saints. Northwood, arguably the highest favored, most favored to win the entire thing, and then the Saints, they haven't had a chance to get a win under their belt just yet. But we've seen so much heart coming out from these players in all the series they played so far, and I'm really interested to see how these players develop throughout the course of not just this semester, the first semester of play, but throughout this tournament as well.
Hey, like you said, anything can happen, right? Like any
Absolutely.
given day, it doesn't matter, the stats or the rank of the team, anything could happen. And that's the beauty of Smash Bros, right? Like there are always surprises, but here is Northwood again.
Frostbite.
Frostbite starting us off this time. Looks like he's very restful. Looks like he's sleeping on stage right now. Just absolutely chilling out right now. And North Dreams, yes, wave for the camera. Shout out to the folks at home. A bit of a lineup change for both sides here. So we must be playing into the matchups. We know North Dreams most likely going to be starting out with that Bowser Jr., something she was just absolutely dominating with in an earlier series. We saw the Saints, and we just got a really, really up-close look at Frostbite's Roy. So probably going to see that one yet again. I mean, it was doing so well for him last time. Can't really see him deviating from the plan. That's exactly what we're starting with. It's Roy versus Roy, a mirror matchup in the funniest way possible here. But here we go, Northwood versus St. Clair as Frostbite. Again, some early tech onto North Dreams, but North Dreams holding her own right here, but quickly Frostbite has her at 91%.
Yeah, and again, this is such a bad situation just to be in against Roy. You're a heavyweight with slow committal moves. It's really Roy's best scenario, and Frostbite, oh, she's so good, but the perfect parry coming up from North Dream, really well done. Again, I'm excited to see how she's going to adjust in this series. She's already developed so strongly as a player. It's a battle of the similar hairstyles as well, and I realized maybe that was a strategy when it came to pitting them against each other here. But the jab going to catch on the back of it, not the perfect sweet spot for it, not going to be able to find too much value off it, but they're trading pretty decently here. North Dream getting that Wrecking Ball hit, dash attack going to whiff. Again, that down tilt for Roy, able to send you flying. It's not going to kill anybody, but it gets you off the stage, and it's quick, unpunishable. It's exactly what you need out of a down tilt. Good parry, not going to get the punish, however. Going to start the jab combo, not going to finish it, however. Going to start riding the cart to the left. Minion on the floor. It's a dud. Perfect parry once again. North Dream so good with these. Going to get grabbed, however. Thrown forward. Roy, this is exactly where you want to be. Not going to go for the ledge guarding, but the cart finding through. North Dream getting something working up here. Wrecking Ball gonna whiff. Up special not gonna connect, but that's the perfect bait you needed. Up special whiff into the punish with not the get up attack, but the get up. Up special gonna go for the combo. Frostbite getting really into it, but not able to finish it off. Jab combo, sending him flying. Thankfully, Roy, not too light of a character. Gonna go for the down tilt with the minion. Great setup. North Dream gonna whiff that back air. Gonna go for the cart. There, finding success. Wrecking Ball sending Frostbite off the stage. Great cannonball, not going to connect. Forward air, jab into the side B combo, not going to finish it. Great work from North Dream, using that nair to get the resets. It's a scramble. Both of these players trying to fight for domination here. Frostbite just walking up with the forward tilt. North Dream not having the success she was hoping for, but with that Wrecking Ball, sending him off the stage with that minion, now in a good position. Maybe this is the chance to get that stock you've been working so hard for, finding that back air. North Dream honestly doing such a great job finding that stock in such a one-sided matchup. Really well done so far.
Yeah, North Dream really holding her own right now. I mean, we're seeing an absolutely aggressive take from Frostbite here, just trying to pick up right where he left off, but North Dream able to take at least one stock. Oh, wait, and look at this! What a great move there, able to save that one from a potentially dangerous situation. Minion is out, but Roy, one of the Roys, is going to pick that one back up. North Dream's trying to just play a bit passively, but a great jab from Frostbite to end it there. But North Dream does take one stock with her. We're going to see who is up next for the Saints to try and keep it going and try and bring it back just a little bit. But again, a great showing, a great
Absolutely.
start from the Saints, especially against a really, really exceptional Roy player in
And
Frostbite.
this is my favorite part about SGS, especially for the Saints side of things. One thing they mentioned on Thursday, they just don't really get a lot of experience playing against different kinds of players, different kinds of characters. Because here in Windsor, there's only so many people who come on. They only play so many characters. And after you've played everybody, it's kind of the same old, same old. But here at SGS, there's so much variety. We've got these guys coming in here from the States, pulling out a Roy, one of the nastiest Roys you've ever seen. And this is giving them so much valuable experience. I promise you, the Saints from today would absolutely roll the Saints from this week just from getting exposure to this caliber of players. And that's exactly what a team like this, who's hungry for their first taste of success, it needs to really get to that next level. And again, I think they are probably the best candidates to take this kind of experience to all the way home and make the most of it, because again, they've already improved so much.
And again, it's a great team building way. You're
100%.
really building team chemistry as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, first real competition together, trying to feel out, how people work, like I said, get exposure to playing against other players, other programs, some people you might not be playing as often. So this is really, really good exposure for the Saints. It's just the start, right? Like I said, the sky's always the limit. It's just the very start of the training arc. You have a lot of work to do still. But again, we're talking like the Saints are out of it. But they're absolutely not out of it yet. We still have a bunch of heavy hitters on the side of St. Clair that can come in and make a difference. Is it going to be Cool Skeletons?
I don't want to see
Is it going
it.
to be Moth Eyes? It's going to be No Skill.
Good.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, Liam! Come on, baby!
Our resident Young Link enjoyer, No Skill, is going to be coming in, making his debut on SGS here. So we're going to see if he can be the one to take out Frostbite. He's going to have a one-stock disadvantage, so No Skill already up one stock, and I see No Skill all the time. He's always in the Nexus,
100%.
playing Smash. He's so committed to his craft, just a very excellent, dominant player. I'd love to see a very aggressive Young Link to match the aggressiveness that we've seen out of Frostbite's Roy, but anything is possible.
And unfortunately though, he takes after his coach in quite one very specific way, and they both are subject to tilt. So I really hope No Skill is going to be able to press the advantage and make sure he's going to be able to maintain his cool throughout this series and play as well as he knows he's capable of. But here, when you're talking about who we want to see next, I like Cool Skeleton's Wario, but I don't like it against this Roy. They are both going to be basically playing the same game plan. I think Roy just executes it way better. And let's be real, I think this Frostbite is just a much more experienced player. So you don't want to throw out basically your equivalent of our Frostbite out to their Frostbite. No Skill, however, playing that Young Link, the projectile barrage, going to be able to keep him out, just like you're seeing with those arrows, those quick ones, not fully charging him, the bomb to just space him out. Good control. Look at this guy. And you ask him to how he feels about his gameplay, he'll tell you he's bad. He has full control of the stage right now. The parry's going to come through. Great block of the dash attack. Going to go for the down smash. Going to whip out. But look at that. He's dodging in and out. Gets the aerial. Goes for the up special. These combos are incredible. Bouncing the boomerang off the ground. Keeping it continuously. Boomerang's just going to whip. That would have saved his life. But Roy just barely getting through. Getting that kill. He has to find a really strong hitting move here. No Skill. That's the issue with Young Link. Really difficult to finish off those kills. I think his back throw is really good, but his up special is really like the most reliable thing you got, as well as the forward air. But those moves are pretty committal. Of course, forward air's gonna find a huge launch outward, but not gonna be able to cement the kill. The bomb not gonna be able to find his mark. Up special, or up smash, gonna get blocked out. Set up flying off stage, 96%. Liam down to one stock against Frostbite, and he's so close to being able to at least take this stock here, and he's more than capable of it. He finds a jab. Gentleman's not gonna get stuck with that punish that comes from the jab combo fully. Gonna get a great combo started up here for Frostbite, finishing it off on the platform. Gonna get that grapple, sending him flying. The bomb, the platform is gonna prevent it from providing so much value, but Boomerang coming back, gonna get that stun. Now, he's gonna go for the forward air into the continuation of that combo. Jab into the side B combo, gonna finish it off, get the kill. No Skill, not able to find the stock, but still putting on a great performance. Frostbite really pushing himself to the limits here, getting a lot of mileage out of this Roy.
Something I did want to highlight, talking with No Skill, we had played Smash a couple weeks ago, and again, somebody who does like to play Roy, we were talking, and he was mentioning that Roy is one of the characters that he has trouble against because he doesn't fight him as often. So on paper, it might be a little tough for No Skill there because, again, like you said, he does have trouble adjusting to some of Roy's combos and his spacing. So maybe not a great matchup for him on paper, but still a great performance like we saw. Very, very close to finishing out that stock here. But Frostbite just continuing his absolute run of dominance right now at SGS. Who can stop this man right now? I don't think anybody can.
I don't know, but someone's going to have to step up to the plate. It's going to be Neon in that third spot once again for the Saints. He has a tall order ahead of him. Whether or not he's going to stick with the Robin or go for the core, and again, I don't know the matchups, but I know he does. What he's going to choose is going to be entirely up to him and how he's feeling on this day here at SGS. But again, with that Young Link play going against the Roy, one thing specifically I know from No Skill talking about, and one of the weaknesses he feels that Young Link has is those stubby hitboxes off of all of his buttons. And the thing is, it's more range than a lot of the swordless characters, but it's nowhere near as much range as all the other swordful characters, even less range than Toon Link, who's smaller than Young Link, but that sword range is just that much better. So you struggle against other swordies. We're going to see the Corrin coming out from Neon here, and this is a character that I've seen him put a lot of work into and get a lot of mileage out of. We're seeing it for the first time here on stream today. He debuted as Robin earlier, but this Fire Emblem character, not like the other one he plays. This one's a lot more up close in your face and aggressive, not even able to find a hit, unfortunately, so far with that aggressive offstage. Up special, gonna allow him to recover, but he's struggling to even find his foot back onto the ledge. Frostbite doing a great job of keeping Neon on his toes. Back air gonna send him flying once again, gonna gap that ledge, but the jab, great recovery from Neon, getting his own offense started now. If he can find one solid hit, he's gonna get that chainsaw dash through that drill, send him flying to the other side. Neon recognizing he's just getting outplayed here simply. He has to adjust his play style, and I think we're seeing it right now. You can see he's relying a lot more on that back air and that drill, but the combo so good and effective from Frostbite, but using that back air to try to beat him off of that ledge. He's going to nair his way towards that first platform, and we saw how the platforms were used in that previous game really to Frostbite's favor. Gonna use that drill once again, not gonna work out this time around. Neon trying to grab that ledge. They're gonna trade it out here. Dodge is not gonna go his way, gonna get grabbed out. Frostbite trying to finish him off here. The drill just gonna whiff, and that nair not gonna connect. Frostbite in a really good position. Once again, down air not gonna connect, but that drill's gonna hit, send him flying. Gonna dash his way through that down and forward air into the up air. Can he finish off the kill? Not quite. In fact, Frostbite looking for his own here. Nair catching him off once again. Back air coming out from Neon. No, he's gonna go for the drill kick once again. Gonna have to use that special drill kick once again into the dash kick attack, taking him out. Neon, one stock left. 100% on Frostbite. He just needs one solid hit here, but they're really hard to land with Corrin, especially against such a fast character. Gonna use that up special. Roy in a bit of a pinch here, but able to find that ledge, find safety, nair his way into the center of the stage, up air into Neon. Now, once again, the jab is gonna take him out, forward tilt rather. Now he's gonna use that up special, gonna get sent flying, no way back to the stage. Neon taken out one more for St. Clair College.
Frostbite doing it all himself right now, just putting the whole team on his back and doing everything he can, just looking absolutely unstoppable right now. Might not have been a great matchup with such an aggressive Roy, like you were saying, that all those drill kicks that he was trying to hit just were not hitting. You know, it takes a bit of time to commit to that move. You cannot miss those shots against such an aggressive player like that. So unfortunately, maybe a bit of a mismatch in that case. But one more member of the Saints, and here he is. Cool Skeletons is back in the chair. It's Wario time, I think. We will see if that is the secret to at least getting Frostbite eliminated. I think for the Saints, that would at least be a small victory to take home. You do not want to get rolled by one member of Northwood, but it's all up to Cool Skeletons to make sure that doesn't happen. And again, like we said, hard main Wario player. Can't see him choosing anything different in this situation.
Just to give a perspective here that we learned from Neon just before the start of this series, Panther ranked top 5 in all of Ontario. We saw how Northwood were able to handle this team so well. UFT, some really solid players, and again, Northwood just really solid step above them. So the Saints, no wonder they're having so much trouble. A cool skeleton here. If anyone's going to be able to pull out a surprise, I think it's going to be him. And again, similar playstyles for both of these characters, except Roy has a sword, and it really does make all the difference. Up air, up air, up air, clap, 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 clap for Wario. Show him some love, as he's clapping for himself at least. No one else is going to do it for him. Going to get that up air, getting onto that platform. They're getting aggressive. Going to use that one hit of the side B just to get that huge hit stun. Motorcycle on that platform. I think Frostbite wants to grab it, but neither of them are going to commit for it. As soon as your foot hits that platform, you're going to get hit by a huge combo. So they just want to get aggressive. He's going to block that, get that perfect parry on that hit, and the motorcycle going to explode. Cool skeleton, going to be so high in percent. Shoulder tackle, though, even I didn't see that one coming. And I think that Waft is getting charged up, so even though he's going to lose a stock here, he's going to be ready to trade one right back as long as he can get his combo starters going. Going to go for the down tilt. Poke his toes, baby, but he's gonna poke your back with a sword. I think they call that stabbing. Backstabber here, no loyalty over here at Pokemon Stadium. These platforms play for both teams here, and now Cool Skeleton getting onto that high ground, gonna use his foot to find his safety back to the ground. He's gonna get footstooled in the air, giving him some extra air. Gonna go for that down tilt. Motorcycle not gonna work out. Now he has no recovery here. Has to get as close to the stage as he can. Gonna go for that up special. Frostbite gonna get caught in it. Gonna get for that bite, but gonna get hit out of it. Gonna go for that backer, not gonna connect. Down tilt once again, they're both fishing for those. It's just such a good knockaway, but with that jab into the forward air, Cool Skeleton down to his last stock, fully charged on the Waft. I'd be surprised if not. Actually, I don't think he is. I think he hasn't done enough damage to really farm it up yet. But with those down tilts, poking him out, shoulder tackle, they're getting predictable. Frostbite's aware, gonna go for that down air. Now I think he has the Waft, but again, 144%, you don't even want to use it here. You want to save it for that next. Down air is gonna whiff. Motorcycle throwing it over the ledge instead of up, gonna make it a little bit easier for Frostbite to recover. Full combo off the side B. He's gonna grab the ledge, use that forward air, get himself back into safety. Gonna go for the down tilt, shoulder tackle. Again, it's predictable. Gonna block it, punish it with the forward smash. Now, probably the last exchange we're gonna be seeing here as he gets sent to the right side of the stage. Motorcycle down on the ground, not gonna go for the pickup. Playing on the platform, wants to be able to descend, throws it forward. Gonna go for that kick, keeping that. It's a nice barrier. Gonna get hit just a little bit. All that stun was all he needed to turn that to a great favorable position. Motorcycle's gonna connect, but with that back air, it's gonna find a Frostbite. It's going to 12 stock. The Saints only losing one of his own. And again, quite the expected result, but the Saints still putting on a great performance.
Putting on a great performance, but again, you just have to give credit to Frostbite there. I mean, what an exceptional performance. I mean, we saw a little bit
100%.
of that against UOT, but just putting on an absolute clinic against St. Clair, doing it all himself. I mean, like, only losing that one stock at the very beginning to North Dreams, and then just walking in immediately after that and just proving why Northwood is so strong. He absolutely is the MVP of this one.
I mean, he's the only P.
He's the only P. I mean, he's the only option for Northwood in this situation, and we still have yet to see more of that team.
I think we only saw two of them, right?
We've only seen two of them, and I mean, like, very, very, very frightening, I guess, for any team that's going to match up with them in the playoffs. Here it is, Northwood scoreboard looking pretty empty besides Frostbite at the top, 12-1. That's the big story you're going to take away from this one. North Dream taking home the only kill, the only stock for the Saints in this one. But I mean, the story has to be Frostbite. I mean, it's the only
100%.
thing we can really talk about here.
Yeah, Frostbite. Again, I've been wanting to play Smash for so long. I haven't played this game in like 3 years, and I know for sure as soon as I get back on it, Roy and picking him up is such a fun character to play. And when you know how to do it, what you want to do, I feel like he's like he is Smash Ultimate, like in its purest form. It's just all the fundamentals you need in this game. If you are a strong platform fighter player, you're gonna have a huge amount of success playing Roy. And I think Frostbite, as you can tell with those vibes, again, hard to disagree, he is hot as hell. The flames of Roy burns brighter than 1,000 suns, especially when it's coming out from Frostbite. The name conflicts a little bit, but still incredible. Wow, it's speechless. 12 stocking the Saints. What a performance coming out here. And again, gotta love to see the Roy.
And what more can you say? I mean, like, again, you talk about how good he is, but it's like, it's hard to really put it into words just how well you need
Top
to play in order to, big players make big time plays. That's really what it comes down to, right? But just being able to like completely wipe a team by yourself, and that's only like your first or your second player. I mean, You know, that's pretty, unless, you know, maybe Northwood has put their anchor up at the front, but I had to think that the rest of their team also has some really heavy hitters like that. You know, not the result the Saints were hoping for, but like we were saying, a very good showing, especially in one of their first tournaments as a team together.
Basically,
It's a good
might
learning.
be actually the first. It's their first season playing for
It's
sure.
it's a good learning experience. It's a good teaching tool. You can only get better from here.
100%. And again, they've gotten so much better throughout the beginning of this tournament. And again, I'm confident that this team today would kick the butts out of themselves any week in the past. So all around, great performance from the Saints, and they're improving so much more. But ladies and gentlemen, up next, we have the playoffs. Group stage is over now. And now we're going to get into the real deal. Now we're playing for keeps. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys after we make our grand return for SGS Smash Ultimate Playoffs. We'll see you guys soon.